You know, the funny thing about wealth, the funny thing about money, people ask me all the time, how do I get more money? How do I get rich? What is the secret? And it's always a beautiful question when I get it, because I understood when I was operating from the same identity. I was thinking in my head, if only I just had the money. If only I had the money, then I could do things with the money, then I could have a head start and I would know what I would do with it, right? If I had the money, I know what I would do with it. It's a beautiful question. It shows you and it shows me that you're already operating in that shift, that middle polarity. You're not in the bottom, you're not at the top, but you're operating from that middle polarity of trying to understand you need more awareness, more consciousness, more wisdom to get to that next step. And so you're almost there. You're almost there. How do I generate more money? How do I operate on the frequency of wealth? You need to understand that you already have the money. You already have it. The separation is the illusion. Mark 11:24. God says when you pray for something, pray for it as if you already received it. You already have the wealth. Psalm 23, the Lord is your shepherd. You do not lack. You do not want. You already have it. The desiring means you already have the desire. So the separation is the illusion of the world. Romans 12:2, do not be conformed by the world, but be renewed by a transformation of your mind so you can understand God's pleasing will for you. You already have the desire. These are the confirmations. God's words are the confirmations, not mine. These are the confirmations that you already have the money. So you're operating from an identity in I am, in the present moment, where you think you need those things to generate more money. But here's the truth of the matter. The frequency of wealth, abundance, limitless money comes from the exchange of value. How can you provide value to the world? Can you produce a product like the woman that made the Poppy Soda Company? Can you create something that can benefit mankind? Can you do something that can benefit society as a whole? She made a soda that is relatively healthier than the other options, relatively. I didn't do my research. Relatively, based on my experience. It's a probiotic soda. And now it's $1 billion corporation. She made it in her house, and I believe she Googled how to make a healthier soda. And next thing you know, in a blink of an eye, because that's how quickly time flies, now it's $1 billion corporation. Obviously, she doesn't own it anymore. She sold it. But what I'm trying to show you is that the frequency of wealth, abundance, limitless abundance, comes from the exchange of value. She didn't think about, what is the best business idea to start in 2026? How do I get money quick? What is the best business? She was thinking, how can I solve a problem that I needed to get fixed myself? And then she turned that into a profitable business. But it came from understanding that the value came first. So when you're trying to think of, okay, how can I generate money? How can I bring money to my current reality? The question should not be, how can I serve myself with all this money? How can I get the nice cars and go on vacations and buy all the designer clothes that I want? The question should become, how can I provide and serve the people that God put me on this planet to serve? King Solomon's prayer, he prayed for wisdom, not money, and he had the most of it. Value. But the thinking that I just need money to help myself out is inherently selfish. And that is why you don't have money in the first place, because money is not a self-serving, self-pleasing energy. It flows like water. That's why it's synonymous with water. Currency like a current. Water is synonymous with money. And so money doesn't like to hit and stay there at that one specific place. It likes to flow like a river and move downstream, upstream. It likes to go back into the ocean. It doesn't like to stop. It likes to flow. And so if you want to generate unlimited abundance, if you want to generate infinity, then the question you should be asking is, how can I serve people on this planet with what I can do? What would I like to do if I already had the money? How would I like to give back to the world? And don't think about the limitations of, I don't have this yet, I can't do this. Now you're thinking small. You do whatever you can do with what God has given you now, and you take it as far as you can go with what you have now, following your highest passion, following your purpose, what brings you joy, love, happiness, please, bliss, fulfillment. And you take that as far as you can go, and God will handle the rest. He'll make sure that your cup is filled. And no matter what path you go on in that order, you will be taken care of, Mark 11:24. And that is how you get on the frequency of wealth.